You are listening to Pelushi Performance Podcast, and here is your host, Ray Pelushi.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the new season and the first episode of the second season to Pelushi Performance Podcast. Thank you for staying again with me, for coming back. I appreciate all your guys' comments and everything for your support in general. It's been great. It's been great. So which makes me even more excited to make another episode, to keep going, to share what I know and my experience, and to put it out there to everyone. Something that I always wanted to do it, and I'm going to continue to do it. So thank you again for being here. Now let's start straight to the second season and the first episode of the second season. Now there's a reason why I'm speaking about this in the very first season. Why? Because I'm choosing to do this. I don't know if you understood what the topic is going to be like, but the topic of today's video is going to be about choices. How important are choices? Do we have choices to make, and kind of like what choices we have, or how can create new opportunities by making better choices? I would want to say more. So I choose to make this podcast. I chose to make another season, to make another episode. Because when you think about it, from the moment we open our eyes until the very last second of the day, we are choosing what we're going to do. We wake up and we choose to brush our teeth first, or to, let's say, drink a glass of water. We're choosing what to wear. We're choosing every moment we're making those choices. And it's very important to understand that all the choices are made from us, by us. It comes from us. A lot of times we feel like I have no choice. And that's what kind of makes me feel like why people are not developing as much, because they think that they have no choice. We have choices. We are in total control of our life, of our day, and everything else. Even if you feel like, well, I have no choice because my boss tells me to do this. Well, if you really hate the job, well, you have a choice. You can choose to not work there anymore. And if you don't like how somebody's treating you, and let's say it's your boss, and you feel like you're afraid to speak with, I don't think it's a good idea. You can definitely speak up and say like, this is not the way like I want you to communicate with me, because I'm choosing not to let you put me down, or whatever it is. Kind of I went from one to another, but the importance of this topic is that we have to be aware that we are in control of our life. We are in control of every second of our day. Because, I'm not saying that if, it was your fault that somebody crashed you. Let's say you're driving a car and somebody hits you. But you make a choice to go through that path. So I don't want to go like in crazy detail about like why everything happens and how it happens, etc., etc. What I want to mostly make you guys aware is that we have choices. If you are where you are right now, it's because of the things that you have done before. And if you want to go somewhere else and achieve different results, well, then you need to make a choice. You have to choose to do things differently. You have to choose to become a better person, a bigger person, a better version of yourself. And this comes with accountability and responsibility. If we're always feeling that we are in control of our life, and if it's our fault that, for example, some things happen, and also, you can celebrate your victories because you made it happen, then we're choosing to find opportunities, we're choosing to make things better, and we're not choosing to become, let's say, a person that always finds excuses. So first of all, I want to hopefully achieve my point of view that we need to become aware that we have choices. Throughout all our day, we are making choices. and we are in control of our life, and we have to become very accountable. So if that is the case, well, how about we make better choices? Let's choose to not spend so much time in social media. Let's choose to not procrastinate. Let's choose to not do things that are not serving us. And let's choose today to become the best version of ourselves by making better choices. What are some of the choices? Well, working on your mentality, working on your philosophy, working on your body, working on your mind, reading more books, whatever. Choose. Make better choices. And if somebody asks you on Saturday night to go out for a drink, and you know that you have to do homeworks or read a book or do something different to improve, then choose to say no. It's not that difficult because you make your choices. Don't let anybody control you. There's many stories where I have clients and people sharing me stuff like, well, I don't have a choice, or, kind of like she left me no choice. And I always go back to saying that, listen, we have choices. It's just that's what you chose. That's what you chose to do right now. Now, is this the best choice you could have done? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. We don't know exactly what is the right choice for us, but you think it's best to make a choice or not to make a choice? I feel like the best thing is to constantly make choices, to choose things better. And definitely choosing something and taking actions towards something is better than not choosing at all. So when you guys open your eyes, I want you to feel that right now you have been given an opportunity to live another day, and let's try to own this day in any way you can by making better choices every single day, in every single minute. Okay, question yourself, like, can I do something better? Or can I become more? Or what else can I do, and how differently I can do those things? Because by making those questions, you would find different answers and different paths and different ways to accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish, let's say. And by doing that is that you're choosing to ask those questions. And by asking better questions, you'll find better ways, and you're going to have more choices to achieve whatever you want to achieve. I hope this year has started in good terms. And a lot of times people will start the year in good terms because they'll put New Year's resolution, they will come up with goals, and they will come up with things that they want to achieve. And what's happened? Most of the time, those New Year resolutions, they don't stick for long. They tend to fall. They tend to just not stay for a long time. So if this year hasn't started off right, well, then make a choice right now, right here, to make it better. And if your year has started great, then keep doing it. But a lot of times is that after the first month, 2 months, that we start slacking on a lot of things. And it's very important for us to make some reflection and go back and check how things are going, like how we're going in the right path. What are we choosing to do in our day that is serving us to achieve those things or to become this best version of ourselves? Now, those are things that, I find it to be a little more complicated, because where we are right now, we're on this comfort zone. So on the comfort zone is difficult to make just choices. But there's 2 times, I believe, in our life where our choices are very, very crucial. And one, I think they're both extremely important, but definitely I feel like the one that I'm going to share now, the first one, it's a little easier sometimes to make a choice to become better. So I was attending Tony Robbins' seminar, and he you showed a great example. Let's say that on your room, your temperature is 70 degrees. And we'll take this as an example, as you are a 70-degree person. Now, if you go to 50 degrees, let's say you're hitting rock bottom of your life, now your brain, it's giving you like these crazy reactions and those messages that this is not where you are. You're not a 50-degree person, and make kind of like this breakthrough to go back where you were. So like you're making a different choice. You're choosing to get back up. You're choosing to have a better lifestyle, and you're choosing to live a better life and go back where you were. Now, let's say that you are a 70-degree person, but now you go up to 90 degrees. And this is like this great places that you have never been in your life. Now, what does your brain tells you? Your brain tells you that you're not a 90-degree person. You got to go back to 70 because you don't belong here. You're not supposed to be here. Now, in that moment is where you also can choose to believe and fall back on your old behaviors, or you can choose to strive for more and become more. So there's two moments where we can choose what do we want, and those moments are like sometimes very affected by the circumstances where we are. If we're rock bottom, then we definitely don't feel good, so we're choosing to like become better, to go back to where we were because it's just very painful down there. Or if we're very, very high, you kind of like doubt yourself and you cannot believe like why everything is going well, so you kind of choosing to fall back to where you were. But what is more important is when we are in our daily basis, because I feel like if you stay for a long time at the 90-degree person, now you're not anymore a 70-degree person, but you're 90 degrees. So you're now on your comfort zone, on this sweet spot. And how can we daily, and we are in these moments to choose to be more and to do more? And I believe that comes from us. Goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. Become more accountable, become more responsible, asking a better questions, constantly becoming aware that we are in control of our life and we can make better choices every single day. The question is, what are those choices? Like how much more can I become, or what else can I do differently? Because a lot of times we keep doing same things over and over again and we don't see many results, or we kind of we fall in this loop, and we're not aware on recognizing any pattern, I would say. So please make better choices, ask better questions, understand that you are in total control of your life, and if you want to achieve more, then you have to become more. But before you start taking actions and wanting to do more, you have to choose that you are going to become more, because once you choose to, then the rest can follow. But those changes, those last-longing changes, are not going to be very effective if we don't choose. And a lot of times those choices come from a big meaning and understanding within us, which goes to the why. Like, why are we choosing that? And when we choose to do something and we find the why, then trust me, everything is going to be so much better, so much easier. So I know it's a simple topic, and it's like, wow, like, well, maybe I didn't learn anything today, maybe you didn't learn anything today. Just that I feel like sometimes we don't have to make things complex, and a lot of things are not even complex, are easy things, simple things. So let's just remind ourselves that we have to master like the basics. And first of all, we have to understand that we're daily making choices. But what kind of choices are we making? Because what we chose before is where we are today. And just becoming aware that we should be accountable and responsible for everything that happens to us. It's something that I believe is going to help us make better choices in the future. So go out there, make better choices, strive for success, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, thank you so much and enjoy. Make better choices, everyone.